Good morning and welcome to Forging Titans and this week's hobby update. A little bit behind schedule this week, got wrapped up with some other projects and some stuff outside of the hobby itself. But yeah, so here we are. So last time I set myself the challenge of getting 1,000 points of my new army, the Tyranids, painted, and that's what I'm working towards. So we've set a deadline of end of Feb, so still a little while off that, but we're making steady progress. So this one was half finished last time I showed you, and so he's pretty much there now. I just need the base to do, which I'll come on to in a moment. So yeah, so that's it. He's all varnished, ready to go. Just need to be based. There. Now it's not the best in this light, unfortunately, but on his crown there you can see a little bit of green, a little touch of pink on the end. They're actually fluorescent paints, so under the right light they'll actually glow. Not that I'll ever be playing under a black light, but just don't really like the idea of it, to be honest, so that's what we went with. It actually has a bit of in-game element as well. So the Broodlord being a synapse unit, that will, for me, when I'm playing the game, anything with a synapse will have a similar markings on their head, and that will help me to determine those synapse ranges as I'm playing. As I'm new to Tyranids, any little advantage I can give myself to help me learn the rules and recognise the units will always be helpful. So yeah, so that's the Broodlord. Really happy with him. It's quite a menacing model, and yeah, really looking forward to getting him on the table. So I'll show you some more of the stuff that I've been working on. So next up, we have some gene stealers to run alongside the Broodlord. So again, I showed these last time, all half complete. Now they're finished, again varnished, all ready to go. So apart from the bases, and actually that's where I'm struggling at the moment. So I don't know what I want to do with the base for these models. In the past, my other army, which I'll be showing at another point, will be is all sort of black sand and snow. I've done some Death Guard, which is like a swampy base. So this is one of these something different. So I'm thinking maybe like a barren desert with lots of skulls scattered around, or perhaps some sort of spawning pools, a gooey looking base, put some contrast and colour to the actual models. So yeah, comment below if any ideas you've got, any suggestions. Love to hear your ideas, and perhaps I can try a couple of them out on these guys. So yeah, so these are the Gene Stealers, all Siren Talons, Rending Claws. So that option, I've got the option of both when I'm playing. Had a little test games with these guys so far. They've done alright. Still learning the rules, so perhaps could have done a lot better than they actually did in the end. But yeah, that's these guys. So the next unit up that I've finished is these River Swarms. These are quite little fun little models to paint, actually. Wasn't really looking forward to them at the start, but when I got into it, I thought it was actually quite nice. Very simple little colour schemes. The blue to the purple that I've got throughout the blend, and then the yellow, the carapace on the back. Put it all together. So yeah, really happy with that so far. So yeah, very simple unit. Again, obviously needs a base, but as I said, I need to work that out yet. So yeah, that's them. So back up here is the Scepter that I've shown before. The reason I'm bringing this back is because I have made some changes to it. I'm currently adding the green and pink to the tips on the spikes there. As I mentioned before, the synapse idea of having them all highlighted for me on the board is just going to make it easier for me to play. So I'm just working on that blend. At the moment, the blend from the green to the yellow is really sort of jarring, but it will be really blended out and smoothed into each other, a bit like the Broodlord one was. Yeah, had a little test game at the weekend. Unfortunately, he got attacked straight away, taken off the board before I could actually get to unleash him on onto Shane's army. So hopefully next game he does a bit better. It's a bit more survivability. I've been looking at those Crusher Stampede rules, and I think I'm going to actually be looking to build a list around that and see if that helps me moving forward with this army. So yeah, so he's the only big monster I've kind of got close to being finished. Just that small little blend to do now. But I'll show you the next monster I've been working on. So here it is, the Hive Tyrant. Again, I think I've showed this before in terms of showing that he's magnetised, but not actually, it didn't start the painting at that point. So yeah, here he is. He's looking pretty good. Pinks in his wings, blue into the purple, and again the yellow throughout. And you can see I've used a lot more of the fluorescent paints on this one. Sort of highlight that. And again in the weapons, see across there, same colour schemes. Using the fluorescent paints just to really make that stand out. Just show you the back of him. Now you see I've stopped here and I haven't done the yellow on the very top pieces. And what I'm going to do, I actually want to have those as different colours. I'm probably going to be using a possibly a pink or maybe even a red. I just wanted to put a little bit of diversity into the colour scheme, being the Hive Tyrant, being the leader. I wanted to give that a mixture of the unit. Yeah, because then as I go on to do the smaller units like the Ripper Sword, all the different types of gaunts, I will be looking to add different colours to those to be able to determine units. I think that will just again help me in game, but still tie them all into a universal theme on the army. So yeah, I'll show you the idea of what I'm looking at. So here's a little gaunt with the Devourer. I've got 10 of these, all pretty much the same level, all white based, and then just with the yellow carapace at the moment. So this first 10 will have the complete yellow carapace, with some markings on the head in a different colour. Possibly say the pink or the red that I'm talking about adding into the Tyrant. And then for each 10 I will do them a slight variation on the head markings, just to be able to tell them difference on the board. Or I might do them in blocks of 20. We'll see. I haven't decided on this, see how typically we'll run them. So we'll see. Probably more competitively to do them on 20s, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's those guys. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. Next up is to get the Tyrant finished, the Scepter blended, and the that pack of 10 gaunts. After that, I would like to move on to some other models that I got recently, which are these guys. So I've got 9 of these warriors. As you can see, they're already painted, but not in my colour scheme. I actually got these off Shane. Shane used to be a Tyranid player. I think he's had these for quite a while. So yeah, I am going to be sadly stripping them off to my colour scheme. So yeah, so that was going to slow me down a little bit in terms of my progress of getting the armies painted. Having to strip 9 of those off and then repaint them in my colour schemes. They again will have the higher fluorescent paints at the top here to highlight that synapse link. And then beyond that, I've also got some of these guys, Tyrant guards. I don't think they're that competitive, but I just really like the models, just think pretty cool. So yeah, we'll be painting those up, and again I will be doing some different colours in these, just to represent that they are linked to the Tyrant, the Hive Tyrant. So they'll have matching colours on that top piece here. So yeah, so that's my update for this week. Keep on forging, everyone, and please comment below your ideas or the bases for this army. That's where I'm really stumped at the moment, and look forward to seeing you again soon.